good evening. We are live. We have a less than a minute and countdown for the start of our second declaration game this season. This is a game between the Chesterfield Falcons 10U-C3 team and Northwest Arkansas Ice Hogs 10U-C3. It's 7:30 p.m. Saturday, September 27th, 2025, here at the Maryville University Hockey Center, Hartwood Cayman Rink. We've got a little bit of a roster difference here between both teams. The Ice Hogs bringing 14 players and one goalie to the ice. The Falcons bringing 16 players and 2 goalies. Falcons with a 2-player advantage sitting on the bench. So we'll see if fresh legs will matter at the end of this match. What do you think, Parker? Will fresh legs matter at the end of this match?
Probably. It's going to be worth having the extra 2 kids so you can get more people on and off.
Yeah, we like having more people out there, don't we?
Yep.
All right, 12 minutes on the clock, first period. Here we go. Starting lineup will be Isaac Ty at left wing, Ethan Kane at right wing. Number 10, that's going to be Jackson Powell at center. 12, Barrett Vogt back on defense, paired with number 60, Henry Woldman. We don't want to zoom too much because it'll make it hard for us to adjust during the game. Okay? It's going to stay up there. The Ice Hogs bringing out their starting lineup. It's number 7 taking center. Number 7 is Ben Otis.
Doing some circles.
It's hard to get a seat anymore.
Doing some circles out there. Waiting for the referees.
That guy that was
Maryville over there is amazing.
guy sitting beside him.
Referee getting ready for the initial puck drop. It's Powell versus Otis. Here's the drop. Clock is up. That's Powell who wins that one. He kicks it loose in the neutral zone. Ty chasing after. Ice Hogs still have possession. Passed over to 18, now passed to number 19. That's Aubrey Koenig who has it. She's going to look for her first shot. It's Jared Walk who's in net right now. Gerard Walk, correction. He faced his first shot. That went wide. Did you tighten that? It makes it a little hard to move it around, so hang on. Don't mess with that, okay? Because we want to be able to adjust that a little bit, okay? So just go really easy moving this back and forth. This is Powell, Jackson Powell looking for a shot. That's a long sliding shot. That slipped just through number 14, Evan Brown.
Sorry, I'm like hovering over you guys. I apologize.
So Powell with a good opportunity as that was a low sliding shot. Isaac Ty trying to come up with something. This is number 60, Woldman, who had it initially. Vogt chasing after. He got a stick on it. That was lucky as the Ice Hogs had a 2-1 opportunity. And now it's number 18 with a shot against Gerard Walk. And chasing from behind was the Falcons.
Did you ever dream when you started her skating and hockey that
There was a loose puck down on the doorstep of Gerard Walk's net, and the Falcons were able to clear that away, made it behind the net, and now it's Isaac Ty who's rushing. Ethan Kane was paired with him on the other side, but good defense by the Ice Hogs. Barrett Vogt kicks that one way up. That's going to cross the blue line and lead to an offsides call. That stops the clock at 10 minutes and 7 seconds. Number 14, Chris Platt taking center. 74, Noah Osik. Number 91, Hudson Balabrajic. That's 46, Lawrence Giles, who had possession in the neutral zone. That's kicked loose, 96 for the Ice Hogs chasing after, but Barks gets there first. He tries to get a pass over to O-Seek, almost picked off and intercepted by the Ice Hogs. 74 O-Seek was chasing after. He cleared it down low. Ice Hogs with possession as they wrap it around the net. They're going to clear it off the boards. Through the skates of two Falcons players. Over to 96. Couple passes between the Ice Hogs, and they'll send it across the blue line before the Falcons can clear. And that'll lead to another offsides call. We'll probably have many of those this season as both teams are learning the rules of the game. That's quite normal. Bearcat taking center ice now, or taking the face-off. That's going to get clear over to number 94. That's Tommy Harrison. Tommy Harrison cleared it loose in the neutral zone. It's George with possession. George to Bearcat. Now to number 52. That's O-Seek. Correction, that's Duncan. Duncan had it. Falcons trying to keep it in. This will not be called offsides as it bounced across the blue line, but not called by the referees. Now it's number 52, Duncan, chasing after. This is going to be a shot, and that's just wide. Nice opportunity for the Ice Hogs. Gerard Walk adjusting over on the right side. Good positioning. They're going to let the Ice Hogs slide over into the low slot. They had a shot opportunity, but sticked away by one of the Falcons. Now it's 52, Duncan, who's looking for a shot of his own. He's going to clear that over. That skims off the stick of number 14, the goalie for the Ice Hogs. What a shot, and what a save. What do you think about that save from that goalie, Parker?
Yeah, pretty good. Hard to hear with all the music.
We'll have a change here on both teams. It's Isaac Ty at left wing, Godfrey Dooley, number 62 at center, 42 Ethan Kane at right wing, 12 Vogt, and number 60 Woldman back on defense at the moment. Don't hold that too hard. Ice Hogs trying to clear it. They'll get that job done as it makes its way through the neutral zone. Now into the hands of the Falcons as they tried to clear it, but this is going to be dangerous as number 68, he gets down low, shot in the low slot, slides into the net, and that's going to be the first score of the game as the Ice Hogs go up 1-0. And correction, that may have been 29, Bennett Hale, who scored.
Face off at center ice.
Clock is now at 7:52 in the first period. Falcons trying to clear this around. They'll chase it into their own zone. It's O-Seek putting on the burners. He'll grab the puck. He's going to send it across in front of the goalie. Dangerous pass. Ice Hogs not able to capitalize on that opportunity. But now it's Powell, number 10, chasing after. Ice Hogs sending it the other way in the neutral zone. Now it's a pass beyond Barks. And Gerard Walk preventing an own goal there as he stopped it from going in. He was trying to deflect it and almost kicked it into his own net. 7:18 on the clock here in the first period. That's a dangerous call for one of those goalies, isn't it, Parker?
Yep.
Now it's number 14, Chris Klatt. He's at center. Harrison, number 94, is trying to pick his spot out. That's number 7, Ben Otis. He was looking for possession off that face-off. He'll send it down in front of the net. Harrison with an opportunity to stop that, but Ice Hogs got a shot down low. Gerard Walk keeping his head on a swivel. As a couple Ice Hogs are down there trying to get another shot. And it's 52 Duncan who's skating out with it. Now it's sent the other way.
Did you see Fiona's here?
Play continues now in the Falcons offensive zone, but finally cleared out. Bollinger, number 20, chases after, but behind him is number 18. That was Brumfield. And now it's 7. 7 trying to get a clear shot. Harris, actually, that was going to be called offsides. Stopping a potential 2 or 3 on 0.
Got a lot of
Well, are you happy I told you?
6:29 on the clock now here in the first period. Ice Hogs with a lead. That's Bearcat taking the face off at center. Waldman and Vogt chasing after on defense. Vogt will get there. He sends it out. That's going to clear off the boards. Not sure if it was deflected. Will there be icing? Yes, there will be. Untouched by the Ice Hogs, so we'll send that down the length of the ice and face off in the Falcons' defensive end. Both teams trying to figure out what the refs are calling, but they'll figure it out.
That's 200 feet the other direction.
200 feet, the length of an official ice rink.
Yep.
Ethan Kane will take right wing. Bearcat will take center here, facing off against number 64. Silas Wilson, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Vote on defense. And that's offsides.
Your parents didn't know you were going to come hang out at a bar.
We'll have a change out on both teams. I'm sure the Ice Hogs will enjoy a much needed break there. The Ice Hogs did play a game earlier today and came out victorious against the Kirkwood Stars on a 5-3 scoreline. We now have Godfrey Dooley, number 62, clearing that over to number 74 for the Falcons. That's Noah Ossie. Both teams looking at an attempt to get a clear shot. Godfrey Dooley with possession. He'll send it out of his own zone. Ice Hogs chasing after as it heads into their own area. Giles pursuing. Now puck's frozen over on the boards in the neutral zone, but that's number 85, Nolan Barks, that gets to it. Puts his stick on it, and he'll send it the length of the ice. Ice Hogs trying to get there before it crosses the red line, but no good, and that'll be an icing call and send both teams back to Gerard Walk's home territory. Trying to figure out where he's lining up.
Might have it off guard.
We have a couple of players trying to figure out their position. Bollinger as well. It's number 10 taking center. Jackson Powell trying to fight for the puck. Ice Hogs will send that down toward Gerard Walk. Gerard Walk will stop that and stop the clock at the same time. 5:21 now.
He was looking for an open teammate. They were all covered. So he just covered it. That's gonna have another corner face off.
So we'll have Jackson Powell. Bollinger over on right wing. George. Both teams fighting for clear possession, still down in the Falcons' end. It'll be Jackson Powell trying to get to the corner. The Ice Hogs arrive first. Dangerous centering pass. Nice save by Gerard Walk. as he was down low against one of the Ice Hogs one-on-one.
Shot save.
Nice leg pad save by Gerard Walk. Another shot opportunity. Gerard Walk with another save. And the Falcons will have to do a better job protecting the doorstep of their own goalie, as they've allowed a few shots down low, and they've allowed the Ice Hogs into the shooting lane as well, more than a handful of times. But that'll all come as they learn the game. Referee drops the puck. Ice Hogs looking for another shot. That's going to get sent down the length of the ice, picked up by another Ice Hog. Good pass, centering pass, another shot. That's just wide. Gerard Walk dropping down to the butterfly to make a save, but unable to deflect as it was too far to the left. Waldman chasing after. Both players go down. Picked up by number 52. That was Duncan. Duncan tried to send it to his own player. Number 19 for the Ice Hogs looking for a shot. It's going to be a loose puck. Waldman putting one on. And that's number 19, Aubrey Koenig, with her first goal of the game. That'll stop the clock at 4:09.
Ice Hog gets another point on the board.
First year or second year?
Will the Falcons catch back up? This is what
Oh, yeah. She was trying to.
Puck's still in one's thinking it's moving, but it's really not.
Team's trying to move the puck. It's Bearcat who makes his way over. Ice Hogs trying to clear. Picked up by Giles. Giles backhand pass, but picked up by the Ice Hogs as they keep it in their own zone.
And sooner or later, we're going to have access to the new stands. You can see.
Yeah, it'll be nice when the stands are open. All right. And that's Giles trying to clear, and just crosses the blue line. The referee's going to call correction offsides on that. That stops the clock at 3:11. Well, the Ice Hogs enjoying a little bit of an insurance goal lead here. Godfrey Dooley, number 62, facing off against 66. May have the wrong number there, but that's Wilson. Number 63. Godfrey Dooley wrapping around on the boards. He's going to poke it loose. They're looking for an opportunity. It's going to get sent out into neutral zone. It's a 2-on-1 as they go down. Almost a broke open play. .240 remains in the first period. We'll head the other way on an icing call, and we'll spend some time in the Ice Hogs defensive zone. And what will, I assume, to be an enjoyable prospect for the Falcons, is they haven't had too many shots here in the first period. Looking to add to that total. As Duncan will head back to the bench, so we have a line change. Powell will take the face-off, tie at left wing. Kane over. He's trying to figure his position out.
Like he's there, I'm okay.
Vogt and Waldman on defense. Powell takes that. He's going to try to get a shot off, but deflected by the Ice Hogs. Ice Hogs trying to clear, unable to do so as the Falcons stick it back toward the net. And it's Vogt looking for a sliding shot. Ice Hogs trying to clear. They'll do just that. It's Ty now looking to gain possession. Ice Hogs taking a lead, potentially on the charge here. Kane trying to get something going, but back in the hands of the Ice Hogs. It's going to get called offsides. This is Powell now taking the face-off. He'll deflect over to Ty. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Collected by the Ice Hogs, sent down into their offensive zone. It's down deep. Vogt gets there first. He wraps it on the boards. Vogt back to Ty. Actually, that was to Powell, picked up at the point by the Ice Hogs. Now it's Powell. Chance to break away. Falcons on the rush. They're going to clear it in. Broken up by the Ice Hogs, and that was just enough to catch Kane in their own zone across the blue line before the Falcons could reset. That'll be an offsides call. That stops the clock at 1:39.
About 1:30 on the clock. First period, 2-0 Ice Hogs winning.
Ice Hogs chasing after in the corner. They'll pick it up, but contested by Giles, number 46. Giles will fire that around the rink. That's picked up by 74. Noah Osik. .89 now for the Ice Hogs. They'll face some pressure. Giles gets it. He'll send it to the other corner. Platt chasing after. Now in the hands of 74. He'll fire off a wrist shot, but that lands in the hands of the Ice Hogs. Platt back to it now in the corner as he tries to deflect, but facing some pressure from 19 for the Ice Hogs. Now back to 74 for the Falcons. That was Osik. And the Ice Hogs trying to clear. That's going to go the length of the ice. Ice Hogs will not get there before it touches the red line. That's icing. And for the 10U-C3 fans here, icing is when a puck goes untouched by the defending team and crosses the red line, heads toward the net, and crosses the other red line. And if it's untouched, that's icing. And by the way, that also coincided with the end of the first period. Both teams are getting a break. I'm sure the Ice Hogs need it. They've played another game today and had a short turnaround. They've only got 14 players on the bench and one goalie. Playing on tired legs is tough to do. And it'll be Bollinger, Harrison, George, Godfrey Dooley, and Duncan out on the ice. Switching sides as Gerard Walk will man the net. Now at the other end of the ice. Bollinger passed through the neutral zone. Duncan chasing after. George pursuing as well. George will get there. He's going to try to clear it. Falcons need to reset. They finally do. But puck makes its way the length of the ice. It's Duncan now, who has a little bit of time and space, but pressure from 29 for the Ice Hogs. 11:35 on the clock here in the second period. And then the Ice Hogs will clear it out of their own zone. Falcons reset. It's Duncan who has an opportunity, poked away, good defense by the Ice Hogs. Godfrey Dooley sends it over, deflected by the Ice Hogs. Free Dooley, pass through the neutral zone. Harrison trying to chase after. Volley between both teams. And Duncan gets caught looking as he was on the wrong side of the blue line as the puck cleared in.
This is my buddy B, my buddy Brandon. This is Brandon hockey commentary right here.
Okay. You're the one creating the content.
I'm only doing it because the team's paying me 30 grand. That's why our fees are like 320. Everything's makes sense now.
Do you have a kid on one of these?
I don't know. He's coming out to hang out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My son in town, so we're not.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah. I'd like to buy a commercial, so let me know your rates.
Yeah, hey, we're taking sponsors, by the way. So if you want me to do like a little commercial, just let me know.
Okay, I'll buy a commercial. St. Louis Country Gate, baby.
Clock stopped at 10:39. A little break in action there for the commentator. Isaac Tide chasing around. It's Vogt trying to swap at that. Both teams looking to come away with it. Bearcat running over to the boards. Same for Kane. Tide chasing after as well. Kane gets his stick on it, but the Ice Hogs clear. Now in the hands of Vogt. Falcons need to reset. And it's Waldman. He'll get it to the hands. 19 looking for a shot. She'll switch over into the shooting lane. That's going to be shot just wide. Ice Hogs looking for another shot opportunity. They've been able to get the puck down low and clear. It's Vogt who's going to try to get something going, but poke back into their own zone before the Ice Hogs could clear. And that'll be another offsides. 9:24 here in the second period. That's 14. Chris Klatt taking the face-off. Back down to Barks. Barks to Osik. Now in the hands of Klatt again. He'll try to clear it out. And the Ice Hogs send it across the blue line. They're unable to reset. That's offsides. 9:13 in the second period. So only a handful of seconds shaving off the clock. And we've got number 91 at right wing, Bella Bradjic. I may have to ask the family how to get that one. And what a save by Gerard Walk as he sticked that puck away. And it's going to be another shot opportunity. And a save by Gerard Walk again. And a great job to be in front of the net on that one. As the Ice Hogs had a couple opportunities down low. That's been the story of the night for them so far. The puck will get cleared the length of the ice. I believe we have an offsides call. So both teams will do a line change. 8:46 on the clock now in the second period. Ice Hogs still needing a break, I'm certain. Though they seem to be handling everything quite all right. Bollinger back at right, or back on defense. Harrison as well. That's Duncan at right wing. Powell at center, and number 68, George at left wing. That'll be an attempt to clear it out by Bollinger. And now we have Duncan. Duncan may have a 1-on-0. He's got a breakaway. He's going to look for a shot. And stick save by number 14. That was Brown for the Ice Hogs, the goalie. And that was a nice save, as that was a 1-on-0. But the Ice Hogs are on a rush of their own. It's 2-on-0. It's number 12 looking for a shot. And deflected off the body of Gerard Walk, who was in the right space. But it went off his stick and deflected just barely into the net. But it's a goal nonetheless, and a good shot. That puts the Ice Hogs up 3-0, so they've got 2 insurance goals now. I'm sure the Falcons will be clamoring for an extra point here. And number 32, Isaac Ty on left wing, Ethan Kane at right wing, Godfrey Dooley at center, Waldman and Vogt back at defense. Both teams trying to get something going here in the neutral zone. It's Vogt who couldn't spin around one of the Ice Hog players. And so it'll be Waldman who ends up chasing it off the boards in his own zone. Ice Hogs trying to facilitate a pass down low. And that'll make its way back to Waldman, who sticks it over, but off his skate, goes loose. Now Waldman trying to send it out. Ice Hogs keeping it in. They'll look for a centering pass, but sticked away by Vogt again. Good defense by him. And that's Kane who sends it up to Ty. Ty chasing after. He'll look for an opportunity. Vogt pursuing. Now back to Waldman. Waldman who sends it through. That's going to go untouched. I believe that'll be icing. And yes, that'll stop the clock at 7:17. And we'll head 200 feet back to the Falcons' defensive zone, where the Ice Hogs will look to continue some of the work they've done. And the Falcons will try to start a little bit of a return on their own. Good question, but she must be sitting down there somewhere. O-C kicking it over. Giles grabbing the puck down in the corner. He's going to send it off the boards. That'll get picked up at the point by one of the Ice Hog players. He'll send it in, but the Ice Hogs unable to reset. And that'll be something that both teams will learn to pick up. And Sophia Armstrong coming in as the other goalie. They'll tap gloves and say congrats. Gerard Walk played well for his half of the game. Sophia in now. Both teams trying to figure out their positions. Bearcat, who took the face off. Kick past O-C. Giles comes over to support. Giles back on the puck. He'll kick it off an Ice Hog. Now Barks looking to clear. He'll get the job done. That gets volleyed back across the blue line for an offsides call. Stops the clock at 6:36. Only a handful of seconds shaved off of that play as well. And no face off just across the blue line. Duncan at right wing. That's number 14, Chris Kladd at center. Bollinger at left wing. Harrison and number 68, George, over on defense.
I didn't see 3 goals. I thought it was only 2. Too bad.
Both teams vying for position, but looks like we're going to have a power play for the Falcons as number 18 heads to the penalty box. That's Brumfield.
If I can show you.
And so we'll face off.
Dad, this is actually perfect. They can also see the clock. I got it. Alright. We got 1 minute 30 seconds. To the sin bin for the Ice Hogs. Go, 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 go,
I don't know. I missed the whole thing. I thought this fella would get everything.
We're a little ahead of time there.
So the Falcons with the player advantage. It's Harrison who's going to try to keep it in. He's getting some pressure up top at the point. Bollinger trying to get that going. The referees call it clear. It's Duncan trying to do a backhand centering pass, picked up by Kladd, but the Ice Hogs got there. Now it's Harrison chasing after over on the side. And the Ice Hogs did a good job of clearing it out. They'll look to get a shorthanded opportunity here as it's 2-on-0. And they're going to get a shot on Sophia. That's going to go just wide. Good save by Sophia, as I think it might have clicked off her right leg pad. 38 seconds remains on this power play. And number 7 will look for a shot. He'll actually pass that over to 89, but that had unintended consequences. Duncan now on the rush back to the other end. Few Falcons straggling behind, but back in the hands of the Ice Hogs as they're acting as if they're not even on a power play. It's going to be 2-on-0 shorthanded. Sophia coming out for a stop, and that's going to go just over Sophia's shoulder. Armstrong unable to make a save on that. And 8 seconds remains here on this power play. So that's a shorthanded goal. Tough shot to save for Sophia Armstrong as she was in a decent position, but that one went basically straight up to the top shelf.
Actually, I think that slipped the shoulder. That hurts.
That's picked up by Isaac Ty, who passes over to Powell. He's going to go down low as the F1 on this forecheck. Powell looking to send it over, almost picked up by Isaac Ty. Ethan Kane looking for a shot. That's Vogt who sends it down low. That's going to be another shot by Powell. That clears over to the right, and Waldman trying to collect that puck, but he does so on the wrong side of the blue line. That'll lead to an offsides call, and it's even strength as the power play has expired. Ice Hogs arrive at the puck and try to clear it out, but that's picked up by Vogt, who sends it the other direction. It's back to the corner. Ice Hogs attempting to clear again. Vogt chasing after. He'll try to get his stick on it. Looked like tripping, but no penalty called. Waldman now, he sent it the other way. Powell with an opportunity as he heads toward the net. He's going to have a sliding shot, but that was picked up on the stick of number 14, Brown. Heads up play by the goalie for the Ice Hogs to get a stop there. 2:38 remains here in the second period. Marks and Giles back on defense. That's 62. Godfrey Dooley. He had his stick on it. He was trying to make a pass, but that was off the skate of one of the Ice Hogs players. Barks trying to clear it. He'll look for a shot. He does send it down, but again deflected. Osik waiting in front of the goal. He's hoping for a shot opportunity. Oh, and Osik hit hard over. Actually, that was Giles hit hard on the board. No penalty called. And Giles trying to grab the puck before it crossed the blue line and caused an offsides whistle, but unable to do that, and that stops the clock at 2:52. Godfrey Dooley taking the face-off. Back to the Ice Hogs as they come down. That's going to be another shot. Saved by Armstrong. She's going to slide over. She gets her glove on that. And Armstrong with a nice save. And the rebound was left over to players on the opposite side of the net, but she slid over and made a decent stop. Stopping the Ice Hogs from taking an even greater lead. And this will be number 39, Bearcat, taking the face-off here. They'll try to clear this out. That's poked down by number 19. That's Koenig, who's had a goal of her own in this game. And back in the hands of the Ice Hogs. Duncan tries to kick it to himself. Ice Hogs resetting, doing a good job on that. Now in the hands of Bearcat. Bearcat kicks it loose. That'll go the length of the ice. Rest call that good. It's number 7 for the Ice Hog, who arrives there first. 2 minutes remains here in the second period. And that was 52, Duncan chasing after, but it gets sent in before the Falcons can reset. That's another offsides call. Powell will take the face off here at center. Kane at right wing. That's number 32, Isaac Ty at left wing. Got kicked over to Vogt. Falcons need a reset as they had a couple of players across the blue line. Harrison back on defense to support. This will get deflected off the boards, and now another shot opportunity. And that was just over the shoulder of Armstrong, off the crossbar. And Armstrong, thankful to have the net there, deflecting the puck. And now it's the Falcons on the other end of the ice. Powell with a shot. That's going to go in. Powell with a shot at 1:21 in the fourth. Sorry, 1:21 in the second period. So that'll cut into the Ice Hog lead slightly as Falcons put their first one on the board for the night. So off of a quick deflection from one of the Ice Hogs, they had a clear opportunity against Armstrong. Falcons capitalized on a little bit of time and space, and it was Powell who was able to come down and slip it in the other way. And that's going to be a centering pass over to Ty. Ty unable to get his stick on it, but a dangerous spot, and that's going to be another goal. And that's a goal. That's by Vogt. Vogt, who scores at 102. So in quick succession, it's the Falcons who are back. Throw the flag. Hey, instant video replay. Ice Hogs trying to clear it in. They'll send it over, but that's going to be poked out. Now it's the Ice Hogs who have possession. That's going to get blown dead as that's offsides. 48.5 seconds remains here in the second period. And so within a 19-second spread, Falcons put 2 on the board, and that has to give them some hope as they head into the third period here and close out a strong end to the second. It's Klatt taking that. Number 91 had a stick on it. That was Hudson Labrajic. I'll have to get some help from the family on that one. Armstrong's looking at the puck. It's just waiting there behind the net. And it's loose down low. Not sure what's going on, but Armstrong's going to save it. 26 seconds remains here in the second period. Armstrong jumping down on that. That puck was just hanging out down low. Nobody really looking at it. Not sure if they just thought the puck had a disease. But we've got a line change for both teams. And the Ice Hogs ready in position. Falcons trying to get there too. It's Duncan at right wing. That's number 62, Godfrey Dooley, taking the face off. Duncan will try to clear it up the boards. That'll go past the Ice Hogs. Probably the length of the ice. And it'll get called back for icing. Stops the clock at 15 seconds remaining. And we'll come 200 feet back down the other way. Face off in the Falcons' defensive zone. And so this time it's Duncan again at right wing, Godfrey Dooley, Waldman, number 68, George, and we'll get confirmation on player number here. Oh, that's 20, Bollinger. Bollinger touches it. He's going to try to exit. Picked up again by number 7 here, but Godfrey Dooley contesting. Waldman sending it off the boards, handled by 39 for the Ice Hogs. That's Armstrong trying to deflect that puck that went loose, but time expires here in the second period, so Armstrong will head the other way. Both teams will go back to the bench and get a little bit of strategy from their coaches. Armstrong doesn't seem to understand she'll have to switch nets, and that's okay. She'll figure it out here shortly as she just gets a nod from her coach. Armstrong tapping gloves with the goalie for the other team. That's Brown. And the game's winding down as we start the third period. Godfrey Dooley will start at center. George at left wing, number 52. That's Duncan at right wing. Number 60, Waldman, and number 20, Bollinger back on defense. 7 tries to clear it for the Ice Hogs. Now in the hands of Duncan, but poked away by 19. She'll send it down low. A couple of volleys between both teams as they try to make an exchange. No clear possession in the neutral zone, but it's slowly making its way in favor of the Ice Hogs as they try to get clear, and they do. No offsides. Actually, that is blown offsides. Vogt was the second scorer. He scored a 1 or 2 in the second. Powell scored it in the first round.
So it was Garrett that scored the second?
Yeah, and over on the side.
Fair test, so I was confirming.
I think so. Bearcat taking the face off. He pokes around, but it makes its way to the Ice Hogs. They're going to send it down deep. They're now on the forecheck. Number 7's coming in hard. They're voterized first, but picked up by number 7. They're going to have to clear that around. 7 whips it around. That's going to get picked up at the point by the Ice Hogs. They'll send it back down the other way. Vogt chasing after. Both of them putting in a lot of effort down low. Now that went through the shooting slot. 2 Ice Hogs waiting, and that was dangerous. Kane pushing it further into the neutral zone. Ty waiting to pick up the pass, but unable to collect it. Kane pushing it the other way again. But it's the Ice Hogs who come away with possession, try to make a pass to each other off the boards. It's cleared by Vogt. Ice Hogs have to reset. And a drop. It's going to be Isaac Ty who has an opportunity. He's going to look for a shot. Isaac Ty off the body of Brown. Amazing opportunity, but a good save by the goalie. As the Falcons trying to capitalize, it's Ethan Kane who will get there first. He's going to poke that puck away. They're going to try to clear it. Vogt keeping it in. Now Kane with his stick back on it. And finally cleared by the Ice Hogs, but that looks like it'll go the length of the ice and give the referees an icing call. So we'll take that puck 200 feet back to the Falcons' offensive zone and have a much-needed face-off and an opportunity where they can score. And just to confirm, we are in the third period, 10-12 on the clock. Ice Hogs up with an insurance goal, 4-2. OC trying to fire off a shot. It's Giles now. Now number 91. That was Belabrajic. Giles firing away at the point. He'll send it down low again. Puck meanders into the shooting lane. Barks will keep it in on a sliding effort. Now it's Powell who's going to shift down. Ice Hogs trying to clear it out, but the Falcons doing a good job. However, it is a rush by the Ice Hogs. They're going to come down low. Armstrong trying to clear this away. She's going to drop down. Pad save. Cleared by the Falcons. Good defensive effort. And Armstrong heads up play to drop down into butterfly. It's Powell who's going to shift down low in the neutral zone. But good defensive effort as the Ice Hogs were back checking. Now it's Powell who will send it down, and it slowly makes its way around. Ice Hogs trying to recollect themselves. They'll make a pass into the neutral zone. Giles picks it up and sends it down low. Powell on the forecheck. He's chasing it down to the corner. He's going to get his stick on it. He's going to look for a shot. That's a shot. Stick save by Brown. And Ice Hogs clear it the length of the ice. It's Giles who makes his way, clears it off the board down to Powell. Powell, who's seen some action here lately, is Powell who's going to have an opportunity. 12's chasing after. Powell, sliding shot. Stick save by Brown. Loose puck down low. And it's number 91, Belabrajic. Mark sliding shot down to Powell. Powell looking for an opportunity. Cleared to the corner. 8:25 remaining in the third period. And that was number 85, Barks, who sent it down, but finally cleared, and the Falcons will have to reset. In the hands of Powell again. Powell will look for an opportunity. That's contested. Picked up by 54 for the Ice Hogs. And 54 will look to get a shot off. That's going to be a shot and save by Armstrong. Cleared over to 96, who will look for another shot. That's going to be another save by Armstrong. And she'll stick that over and put her glove on it. That stops the clock at 7:51. So the game's still alive for the Falcons, but time is clicking away. Falcons will have to come up with some opportunity. And it's number 14, Klatt, who will take the face-off here at the red dot. Falcons defensive zone. It's George, Woldman, number 52, Duncan, and 20 Bollinger, I believe, on the ice. And the Ice Hogs, actually, correction, the Falcons will come away with that on the face-off. Although it's Armstrong who will smother a low, slow, sliding puck, kind of kicked loose by the Ice Hogs down toward the net. Armstrong just preventing anything from materializing there. 1:48 remains here in the third period. That clock was reset to adjust for some time, I believe. And that's going to further cut down on the chances for the Falcons to reset this game. .128 remains as the Ice Hogs chase this down to the corner. That's going to get picked up by Woldman. Woldman over to Bollinger. Bollinger clears it, but off the skate of one of the Ice Hogs. Ice Hogs try to keep it in. That's going to be the Ice Hogs who have to reset. They haven't done so, but it's number 52. 52 with the puck and that was Duncan. However, it was Klatt who came in first, and that was blown off sides. And it's Duncan with an opportunity, unable to capitalize on that one. And so we'll face off just across the blue line with 1:02 remaining here in the third period. Will clear it into the neutral zone. Ice Hogs with possession. That's going to make its way to 62. 62 to Ty. Ty poking it forward. He's going to chase after, but 7 for the Ice Hogs gets there first. That's Ben Otis. Poked away by Ty. Now Kane coming into pressure. Vogt keeps it in. Nope, poked away by the Ice Hogs. They're going to send it down. They're going to look for a shot. 30 seconds remains. 2-on-0. They're going to look for a shot and save by Armstrong as they try to capitalize on a rebound opportunity, but Armstrong preventing the Ice Hogs from adding another one to the board. 24 seconds remains in the third period. Time winding down. The Ice Hogs look to come away victorious, and it'll be Barakat who was set to take the face-off, but he's going to come off the ice. So after a brief confusion on the line change there, it's 62 Godfrey Dooley taking the face-off. And that's going to get cleared. 20 seconds remains in the third period. 15 seconds now. Centering pass picked up by the Ice Hogs. They're going to try to send that down. It's deflected on the left leg pad by Armstrong. Another centering pass. Ice Hogs trying to get something down. And Falcons trying to clear. They'll get it done. Time expires. That's a game won by the Ice Hogs. Good effort by both teams. And we'll now wait both teams to shake hands and say good job. Armstrong chasing after her own teammate. And so it's Armstrong and Brown who will lead the exchange. One of the important aspects of the game is sportsmanship. Everybody will say good job on a well-deserved effort. Coaches as well. And that'll stop for today, the second declaration game for the Falcons 10U-C3 team. And it's Saturday, September 27th, 2025 here at the Maryville University Hockey Center, Hartwick Cayman Rink. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time.